Vai, eu nem tinha olhado pra dele ainda, desse rapaz. Você viu que ele passa de novo?
Ela pode mover esse 1 e esse 2. Aí deixa você vulnerável.
Mas deixa eu perdi o meu xamã.
Vocês estão vindo pra cá, né?
É que esse é o campo dela, é melhor ela não ficar vulnerável aqui, entendeu?
É porque aqui eles estão perto do final, melhor ficar vulnerável aqui. É, tá certo. Não, aqui a gente tá no
Pera,
começo.
não, eu tô ajudando, por que eu tô ajudando?
Você pode fazer o
Sim,
seguinte,
aqui
você
é
pode
a
mover
sua
esse
área
aqui um.
segura.
Então, se eu perder um aqui, vai dar maior trabalho
É,
pra fazer uma vez.
exato, exato.
Move um aqui, esses dois ficam vulneráveis, mas eles não conseguem alcançar, a menos que eles gastem os dois dados pra pegar.
Mas esse aqui não tá
Não, eu vou vir nessa direção e esse aqui é o meu campo.
Sim, então você não passa por aqui.
Não, eu sei, mas se eu tirar tipo 4, eu posso matar ela
Não,
aqui.
você fez ao
Ah,
contrário.
tá, é
E
verdade.
essa tá perto do campo dela, entendeu? Ela quer evitar a vulnerabilidade aqui e você quer evitar a vulnerabilidade aqui.
Cala a boca. Pronto, ok. Joga esse jogo.
É isso.
Ah, peraí, quero fazer bonitinho.
Quadragammon pits two teams against each other, two duels. So one duel is, in this case, yellow and red. And notice that their checkers can occupy the same point together, right? As if they belong to the same player. However, they are positioned at opposite corners of the board. They move in the same direction, so yellow, since he bears off here, moves his checkers this way clockwise around the board, and red, because he bears off here, moves as well clockwise because his most distant checkers, his back checkers, are down here in green's home board, and they must move this way, the opposite way from red's home board, to reach his home board, sorry. So both of them move clockwise, but they start at different places. Likewise, white bears off here, so his back checkers must travel this way anti-clockwise, counterclockwise. And green, his partner, bears off here, and his back checkers must also travel counterclockwise to reach his home board. If a player is sent to the bar, their checkers return to the opposite player's, the player that is directly opposite them, right in front of them. That's where their checkers return. So for example, if white, who bears off here, has a checker on the bar, white must return in yellow's home board. So white will count from yellow's bear off tray here as number 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? And since point 6 is currently occupied by 2 or more of the opposing team's checkers, it's blocked. So it would be blocked even if it was like 1 checker from each of the opponents, right? So if white rolls 6, it doesn't enter. But any other number, including 4, he can enter. Likewise, green will enter here, and he counts as this point here as 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Red returns from the bar on green's territory 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And yellow returns here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. To win, a team must bear off all the checkers from both players. So even if yellow bears off all his checkers, the yellow-red team only wins once red also bears off all of his checkers. The original rules for Quadragammon state that a team will win a gammon, that is 2 points, if both players from the opposite team fail to bear off any checkers. But from what I've played with friends, so far it has been very unlikely that both players from the other team will not bear off checkers. So I think it's better if the rule is modified so that a team will win a gammon if one player from the other team at least doesn't bear off any checkers. It is worth noting that even though players from the same team can occupy the same points and also block the same points as long as there are two checkers from the same team on the point. They cannot move each other's pieces. Okay, so yellow can only move yellow's pieces. The doubling cube works just as well as in backgammon. At any point, either player from one team can double the other team, and the two players from the other team must decide together if they will take or pass the cube. And if they cannot reach an agreement, then they roll the dice, and whoever rolls the highest number wins and decides. Also worth noting is that even though white here sits below green on the stack, he can freely move his pieces. So if white rolls 3, for example, it can just do this. So let's just play a couple movements just to see how it works. So for example, if white begins play, then roll 5-1. So let's see a good 5-1 to play. I don't see any particularly good 5-1, so I will just play this, that. And now red plays, so you can decide if it goes clockwise or anti-clockwise for turn order, it doesn't matter. As long as the next player is from the opposite team. So let's say yellow plays now. So also 5-1 for yellow. That's boring. Let's roll again. 5-2. Okay. So yellow back checkers are here. Let's see what you can do. Oh, there you go. You can play 5 and 2 this way. So both points here are still safe because they have 2 or more checkers from the same team. So that was a very safe move for yellow. And now green. Oh, great. So green can close his 5 point. Oh, yeah. No, sorry, it's not his 5 point. Since he bears off here, then that's his 17 point, I believe. So his 5 point would be here. And maybe make a landing point here for his back checkers. I don't know. And then red plays 6-4. So red's back checkers are here. So he can't play yellow to make the point here, so that's not a very good move. Yeah, but he can do 4. And oh no, he can't because here 6 is blocked by green. Tough one, this one. So let's just play 6-4. So, and then white plays again, and that's Quadragammon for you. So what do you do if you don't want to buy extra sets of checkers for the other 2 players? You can use the regular 15 checkers, and you mark half of them with a dot or a sticker or whatever you want to mark them with, so that they belong to the other player from the same team. So instead of being white and green, green could instead be white with a dot, and it would even make it easier to know which checkers belongs to which team. Problem is that Backgammon starts with 15 checkers for each player, and Quadragammon is played with 8 checkers per player. So each team has 16 checkers instead of 15. So you will be missing 1 checker. So one of these checkers, for example, for white dot, will have to be a coin or something else. So there will have to be a stand-in for this missing checker. Similarly, for red dot, one of the checkers will have to be something else. Otherwise, you can adapt the game to have 15 checkers per player. So one player from each, one checker for each player will be removed. So I just removed one dotted checker for each color, and now I will remove one non-dotted checker for each color from each team. So now each player is playing with 7 checkers instead of 8. That's not the standard way that Quadragammon was designed, and I haven't tested it, how much it affects the game. But that's a theoretical workaround for the issue if you don't want to spare some object to replace 4 of the checkers with. Sorry, not 4, just 2. We will just need 2 objects, because from the 15 checkers for each player, 7 will be from one player and 8 will be for another from the same team. So you will just need another one to make the 16th checker. Quadragammon can very easily be adapted to be played with 3 players. What happens is that one person fills in for the missing one. So if the team is white and green, but the green player is absent, then whenever green was supposed to play, then the player who controls white can just play for him and control only the green checkers for that turn. So it's very simple.